Plenty of people are talking about ways to skip over Kamala Harris. She and her team are going to make it very difficult to skip over her, because you can already see in some of the quotes that they're, seeding stories with anonymously, that they are going to point to the fact that she is a woman of color, and people are saying, no, next, please.
Right. Pick Kamala or you're a racist. That seems to be the theme. A new report that Kamala Harris allies are seething as white Democrats are dominating the Biden replacement discussions. One longtime Harris supporter telling Politico this: the fact that people keep coming back to this is so offensive to many of us. They still don't get that the message you're saying to people, to this Democratic Party, is we prefer a white person. A CNN guest says Democrats are trapped.
Realistically, there is no other option besides Kamala Harris. If Joe Biden were to step aside, there's no way you're going to bypass first African American, first woman to hold that job for, some, white male governor like Gavin Newsom. It's just simply not going to happen. The idea that, the white knight, no pun intended, is going to come out of nowhere is just fallacy.
So joining us right now is Horace Cooper, Project 21 chair and senior fellow at the National Center for Public Policy Research. Now, Horace, the Democrats made their bed when they picked Kamala Harris. Have to have a woman, has to be a woman of color, even if she doesn't like me and call me a racist on the debate stage. So you're served, Kamala. You're served, Democrats. What do you think's going to happen?
Well, the first thing that we observed after she got put on the ticket was that we got a reverse bounce. It turned out that more Americans, particularly Democrats, gave a lower approval to the Biden-Harris ticket than they had been giving to the Biden ticket alone. The second is that she has had almost 4 years to demonstrate any kind of competency, any kind.
I know.
Pick a leadership issue. Take some time. Study a little bit. If the test for president is can you cackle, is the test can you laugh in the middle of your statement, can you not be ever serious, she passes with flying colors. Her own party knows that she's incompetent. She may in fact be one of the most incompetent people in the Biden administration, setting aside the president's difficulties. My point about that is, then they say, oh no, don't observe that, don't notice that. If we pick anybody else with any competency, we'd only be doing that because we're racist.
But my sense is that the way they ignore Joe Biden's frailty is the way they're going to bolster Kamala Harris and ignore her performance over the last 3.5 years. Listen to this exchange this morning. I was busy on another morning show, but Mika wasn't. She was doing her show, and listen to the sigh in the background when a Democrat suggests that maybe it's time to turn to Kamala.
I'm just not willing to walk away from someone who has worked this hard and has performed this well and gotten this much done.
There is a sort of semi-middle ground here, right, which is Kamala Harris. She's been vetted. She's the vice president. That would be the logical extension here. I agree with you. The other ones, they are untested. A big sigh there on air.
They're having some trouble over there. You got to go watch that reaction. So is that the reaction of the Democratic Party? Are they saying, what can we do? Are they really trapped?
The chickens have come home to roost. We, on the right, believe in a meritocracy. We're not looking at your color. We're not looking at your gender. We just want to know, can you actually do the job? They lied and said, the problem is we haven't been looking at the race enough. We haven't been looking at the gender enough. Well, guess what? If you've paid any attention to her at all, you know she's incompetent. And they're probably stuck with her.
The worst is she doesn't study. I think that's your original point. She doesn't put the work in. Horace, thanks so much. Appreciate it.